not feeling well, you're going to look for something to help you feel better. This is not rocket science.
It really isn't.
No.
So take, for example, one of our producers. Unfortunately, she's battling a cold right now.
Yeah.
So today she's using herbal teas and Vicks Vapor Rub just to feel a little better.
Feel better, Caroline. As we thrive with Twin Cities Live, we welcome Dr. Tim Hernandez here with Entira Family Clinics to talk about some of the benefits, but also some of the pitfalls of those over-the-counter medications. Dr. Hernandez means business when he's in Scrubs.
Absolutely.
You delivered a baby today.
Yes, best thing around.
Oh my
I know.
God.
I feel like saying congratulations. But
I got enough of my own. So
I know you have your own, and you've done it 1,000 times.
But
But
you
that's
know.
probably it probably never gets old. Like
It
such a
does not.
special moment to bring new life into the world.
Absolutely, it's a privilege. It's
Yeah.
a true privilege.
Yeah, especially I'm guessing for new parents, like the first-time parents, like what a special moment.
100%.
That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about these
Yeah.
over-the-counter medications. The cool kids call it OTC. So this is a big thing. They're all over the place. You know, I think there's sort of this misconception that like if it's sold over the counter, it's like, oh, you can just take it willy-nilly. But there's some
Absolutely.
real responsibility that comes along with taking these.
Absolutely. You know, I think, you know, we always use Google, of course.
Yeah.
Dr. Google is our great source, and people look things up, and I think we're better. We have more knowledge than we used to. But all of these medicines work because they do something underneath to our chemistry.
Yeah.
And so if they're going to be effective, they're also potentially going to have side effects. And
Yes.
you just need to be aware of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the biggest thing. So is that the number one thing that you want people to realize when they walk into a drugstore for a cold or any sort of body aches, is just understand the side effects, or is there more things that they need to know? Maybe it's dosage and things like that.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things. Side effects are really important.
Yeah.
And some are obvious, but some are subtle or just related to their own body chemistry. For instance, if your kidneys don't work so well, you can't use the same doses that you might otherwise. And of course, we all follow the old guy that if one works, two must be twice as good.
Right.
And four, Lord, that's got to take us right to the
That's
promised
Oh
land.
my gosh. But I would think, I mean, there's probably got to be cases of over-the-counter medications. People take too much and they end up in a real scary situation.
Absolutely, especially again, if their underlying system, their livers or their kidneys aren't processing it, they can get themselves into trouble.
So should you be checking with your primary care doctor just to go, okay, here are the over-the-counter medications I'm considering using for whatever thing. Let's make sure that those are right for me?
Absolutely. We encourage that. When we have patients come in, we ask them not only their prescription drugs, but what are you taking routinely? Vitamins and some of these different enzymes that are out there. And people find a whole variety of things that they try to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to guess that a lot of people think that it's just treating the symptom, but they sometimes think it's going to cure them of whatever it is. So that's probably a misconception as well. It's like we're just kind of attacking maybe the sniffles, but your body's still fighting the actual infection.
Oh, absolutely, and that's true of some of the medicines we use too, of
Yeah,
course, some
yeah.
of the prescription ones. But yeah, the underlying conditions are often the most difficult things, and of course we all have these hopes of treating things and getting better faster, or perhaps treating conditions that we just can't treat effectively.
What are some misconceptions that people have about over-the-counter medications?
Well, I think number one, if it's natural, it's got to be healthy and good.
Yeah.
That you can't have bad things happen, you know, with vitamins or some of the plant derivatives.
Which, you know what you got to think about? Mushrooms, because mushrooms are natural and some of them will kill you. If you eat them in the woods,
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
But then some of them are like amazing for us.
Yes. And, you know, I think plant derivatives are an excellent example of that. You know, where there are plant hormones, for instance. And, you know, they have some of the same potential pitfalls or side effects that synthetic hormones do.
What should people think about when they're trying to attack an illness or a condition from multiple different over-the-counter meds? I know a lot of my friends, when they have a cold or a flu or something, the nighttime stuff that knocks them out because they want to get that sleep. But if you combine that with other things that you're taking, can be awfully dangerous.
100%. Yeah. You know, interactions between over-the-counter, prescription, even multiple over-the-counters are significant. And I think you hit a really important one, Ben. People want to get sleep, but then they get up to go to the bathroom and they fall. And especially our elderly, when they fall, we don't bounce anymore at a certain age, right?
Yeah.
We break
Yeah.
things. And that's a huge source of problems, money, hospitalizations,
Right.
and really some
I wonder about like consistent symptom suppression, because a symptom is your body telling you something. And so if you're like, okay, I have a headache every single day, so I take this amount of ibuprofen every single day, but you're never going to your doctor and saying, hey, can we talk about why I'm having the headaches in the first place? Is that a concern
Could
for
you
you?
mask things? Absolutely. And, I think a lot of times in the small print they'll say that, but people don't think of it that way because, we're busy. We want to get there quickly. We want to get it done. We want to move on to our
Yeah.
next thing.
Well, Dr. Hernandez,
Yeah.
you are always so helpful.
Well.
And thank you for all the work that you do.
Yeah.
Getting those
Absolutely.
babies safely
Oh,
into the world,
it's the
that's the most
best.
important thing.
Hopefully your day's over. You're not going to go deliver
I'm
more
on
babies.
call for 1 more hour. And then that's it.
Oh,
right.
Dr.
Thank you.
Hernandez. Okay, if you want to learn more about Entira Family Clinics, you can call them at the number on your screen or visit EntiraFamilyClinics.com.